Good evening, worthy people. Today I am worthy because I am going to see, hold on, really bad lighting here, but it's Thor, Love and Thunder. Hold on. Really wasn't expecting the bad lighting, but whatever. Thor, Love and Thunder, movie comes out a day before my birthday, which is tomorrow. So yeah, for work reasons I decided to make this birthday screening a day early, understandably. And yeah, Thor Love and Thunder, I am a massive fan of the Thor character in the MCU. Thor's never really been one of my favorite Marvel characters or even favorite comic book characters, but somehow in the MCU they managed to really make this character something unique and special. I'm not a big fan of the first Thor movie, to be honest. I said that multiple times, I think. At least I think I did. I'm one of the very few people that actually really defends Thor the Dark World. I think that movie is better than a lot of people give it credit for. And then Thor Ragnarok just blew me out of the water. I'm not to say that I didn't expect it, because the trailers really did make it look like something really unique and special, which it was in the end, and I ended up loving it. I just hope Taika Waititi, a director I absolutely adore, can continue this winning streak with Thor Love and Thunder. I'm still not a fan of the title, wasn't really a fan of the title for Multiverse of Madness, but whatever, it's just a title. What's really important, what really counts, is the movie itself. So hopefully the movie can live up to the usual Taika Waititi standard, and let's just have fun with it. So I'll talk to you guys talk to you all when I come out of the movie in about 2-3 hours ish, because it's still half an hour till the movie starts, and then presumably 2 hours and a bit till it ends. And you know what? I'm just adding unnecessary fluff on this video. So see you when I come out. Goodbye for now. So Thor, Love and Thunder. Still not 100% sure on the name, but the movie's starting to win me over a bit, and it's hard to talk about why without spoiling it. As far as what I think about the movie itself, all I'll say is it's a win. It's a win for Taika, it's a win for Thor, it's a win for the MCU. It is definitely, unequivocally, yes, I am missing one of my rings. I am aware of that. But on the whole, it's a win. It's a massive, massive win for the MCU. I have yet to see a Taika Waititi movie I didn't like. No, actually, scratch that. I have yet to see a Taika Waititi movie I didn't absolutely love. And that still holds true. I loved Thor Love and Thunder. Of course, it could be just the after effects of of just having seen the movie talking. But overall, it's a really well-made movie. I still prefer Ragnarok over this one, mainly because there's some pacing issues with the movie that's bothering me. Certain things happen a little too quickly, if you ask me. And while there is explanation for why certain things are happening in the movie, it's just not a very good one, or at least not as good as it could be. And that's really all I can say without spoiling too much. On the whole, Chris Hemsworth has this character nailed down to a T at this point. As a matter of fact, he has this character nailed down to a Taika Waititi. I think I might have butchered that joke somehow, but whatever. Chris Hemsworth is amazing in this movie. Natalie Portman finally looks like she's enjoying being in the MCU, being in a Thor movie, which is not something you can say about her in the first 2 Thor movies. This is like peak Natalie Portman in this movie, and she really does she's having fun working with Taika on this movie. It's like it really just took the right director to get the proper performance out of her as Jane Foster. Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, still great. I would love to see more of that character. I'm a little sad now that we didn't get to see much of her in Infinity War and Endgame. But at least we got her in this movie. Korg is still amazing. There's a particular scene involving Korg, which I'm not gonna spoil, but it was emotional. It really got me right here. And speaking of Korg, he actually, if you've seen the trailers, you should probably know that he's narrating the movie like he does in the trailers. I'm not spoiling anything. He does that in the trailers. If you've seen the trailers, that's what he does. He's narrating the entire movie. Well, not the entire movie, but most of it. Which, in and of itself, is a really, really genius decision of having the actual director of the movie narrate the movie to you by way of playing one of the main characters in it. It's really just genius filmmaking. And it's something you would expect from a masterful director like Taika Waititi. The villain, Gore the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale. Again, it's in the trailers. It's been announced years ago, not months ago. Can't remember exactly when it was. He's got some questionable scenes, but on the whole, he nails the performance and the way the character itself was written. He really does breathe life into this character, and it's chalk that one to the pile of good MCU villains, which unfortunately is not as big as the pile of not so good MCU villains, but thanks to Christian Bale's performance, it is slowly growing. That being said, however, speaking of, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but again, it's in the trailers, been announced months ago, maybe even years ago. Russell Crowe as Zeus. He's in a scene involving a lot of what I like to call Easter egg hunting scenes. And what I mean by that is, this is one of those scenes where you're going to have YouTube channels who make specifically Easter egg movies, Easter egg videos, pause and freeze frame to check out every single square millimeter of the screen to find out to find out hidden references and jokes and Easter eggs. And that's going to be a fun video to watch. I really do take pity on the people who are going to have to make them. That being said, Russell Crowe himself, he fits the narrative of the movie. He fits what the movie is trying to tell us. The hidden subtext of the movie. Here, there we go. The movie itself is playing on the screen behind me, as you can see. So Zeus fits the narrative of the movie itself, and that's really all I can say about him. I didn't hate it, I didn't like it. I'm just saying I understand why he does what he does in this movie. He might, and this is a might, appear in another MCU movie going forward, and we might actually get to have more of an understanding of what this character is trying to accomplish. In a way. There we go. We just saw Zeus in the screen, if you saw that. But overall, there is, going into slight spoiler territory, there is a certain character in this movie. I'm not going to say who it was or what it was, but it's a character I've been dreaming seeing in an MCU movie for years now. It's a character I thought was going to appear in several other movies, and to hear the character's name being mentioned, knowing that we're going to actually get that character in this movie, I perked up in my seat like a dog expecting a treat. That's how excited I was for this character. Again, not saying who it was, I will just say it is an incredibly visual character. If you know anything about the MCU, you might be able to guess which character that was without me having to openly spoil it. It's an incredibly visual character, a very heavily emphasis on visuals. I'm saying that because visually, this character looked amazing, incredible, exactly what you would expect this character to look like. Narrative-wise, didn't have that much to do, which saddens me. And I waited so long to see this character in a MCU movie. Just get it for a relatively short amount of screen time and it not really doing much. I'm a little disappointed, and it's one of the flaws that this movie has. It's not a perfect movie, and like I said, it's not my favorite of the Thor movies, but it's a good movie. overall. I loved the movie. Just a couple of things didn't feel right. Maybe I'll like them better upon repeat viewing, but several glaring problems with the movie really brings it down for me. Now, if you ever get to see this character again, I will be happy to get this character again. But if this is the only time we ever get to see this character, it's an underwhelming outing for this character particularly. And of course, the post-credit scenes, they're setting up some really cool stuff. I'm still not 100% sure Feige knows where he wants the MCU to go after Infinity War, because each movie right now is introducing new elements that don't really have a connective tissue to them. Like Shang-Chi slightly introduces one thing. In the post-credit scenes, that is. The Eternals, another. Doctor Strange, another. Spider-Man, something else. What else? What other movies came out? But yeah, Thor is definitely introducing something that the next Thor movie is going to tackle. Undoubtedly. But so far, we're about halfway through this phase. I mean, I just listed a whole bunch of movies in this phase. I don't really know where this universe is going forward. But if they keep doing good movies, that's all I really care about. And this one is definitely a win. So that's really all I can say for this movie right now. Hope you go to see it and enjoy it as much as I did. And yeah, again, 2 post-credit scenes. Don't forget that the second one. I don't know if they're going to do much with the second post-credit scene, but it's really good and it's a great closure to a certain character from the Thor franchise. That's all I can say for now. Several characters actually from the Thor franchise. In any case, this review has already gone on long enough, and I think I've said about all I can, so I'll wrap it up here. So Thor Love and Thunder, the name actually does make sense if you watch the movie all the way through to the end. I'm saying that because I've seen several people get up and leave the movie while they were watching it. Like, who does that? But yeah, the title makes more sense. Still not sure if I'm on board with it, and I can't say why because it's spoiler reasons. In any case, thank you for watching, and go watch Thor Love and Thunder. I think you'll like it. Goodbye, and happy birthday to me. Bye. Hi there. Thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.